Keith, pleased with the point, I'm guessing, but also frustrated?
Well, I think we had enough dominance, we had enough opportunities, we had enough chances to win the game. If you don't take your chances, it's always going to be difficult. Disappointed with their goal. It comes from our set piece. Get caught on the break. Been talking all week about stopping crosses into our box from wide areas. We allowed ball to come into our box, and then they get a breakaway goal. I think they had 3 attacks all game and scored from one of them. So, and then the chances that we had, you've got to say we had enough dominance, we had enough possession stats, and we created enough chances to win the game. You don't take them, then you've got to say, yeah, you take the point, because we know where points go. I think the last runs that we went on, they started with a couple of draws, and then that builds momentum again. You can tell there's a nervousness about the stadium at the minute, because we'd lost two games back to back, and everybody went a little bit sensitive and a little bit nervous. Human nature, it's expected, and again, what we do, we grind our way out of it by good habits and doing the right thing at the right time.
I suppose that's where it is important that we got that equaliser, just to help with that nervousness that has started to grow.
Yeah, definitely. I think the pleasing thing was the crowd's response at half time, clapping our players off, and that makes a difference, and that shows us and tells us that they're with us. And again, you could say effort, application, desire, willingness, all there in abundance. A little bit better quality at times needed, and then more clinical finishing, and then you go and get the rewards, but that comes.
Big talking point with the team selection. People were trying to second guess where you were putting people. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, ideally, Michael Raines has had one training session. He's been off for the best part of 7 days with an illness. He's climbed off his deathbed to try and make a training session. In my own mind, I thought the maximum I was going to get out of Michael was going to be 45 minutes, and I'd rather have him up my sleeve to bring on rather than start him and then have to bring him off, or start him and then have to leave him on, and then you find that can have a detrimental effect then on a player that's been ill. Then players that have been ill, not training, usually find that they pick up little niggles. So Michael was happy for 45 minutes if needed, and that's what he got and did when he came on.